to see all of you here today. We've got a big program planned. We're certainly glad all of you are here. It is a special day for us, and it's a special day for Arkansas as we introduce the 35th head coach in Razorback program history, Coach Ryan Silverfield. Now, we do have some special guests we'd like to recognize as we get underway today. We're honored to have many of our Board of Trustees members who are with us this afternoon. If you would please help us recognize Randy Lawson, Steve Cox, Kelly Eichler, Dr. Ed Fryer, Kevin Crass, Judd Deere, and Jeremy Wilson. We thank all of you for being here with us today. We would like to recognize our Chancellor, Dr. Charles Robinson. He's unable to be with us today, but he is always a tremendous leader for our campus. He's a regular at so many of our athletic events, and we certainly appreciate his support. We're also honored to be joined by our provost, Dr. Indrajit Shalby. Dr. Shalby's a champion for our student athletes, not only in the classroom, but also in the area of competition, and he's always been a great supporter of Razorback athletics. We're also joined by members of Chancellor Robinson's Strategic Operations Group, and we thank them for their support. Now, we'll hear from our Vice Chancellor and Director of Athletics, Hunter Yurachek, in just a moment. But I do want to take the time, if you would, help me welcome his wife, Jennifer, who's with us here this afternoon. Tonight, Coach Silverfield officially joins the ranks of some incredible Razorback head coaches who are here on the Hill. Many of them are here with us tonight. If you just stand and wave and let us acknowledge our Razorback coaches who are with us here tonight. Thank you for being here. It is an exciting day as we officially welcome Coach Silverfield and his family, including his wife Katie, their two daughters Adeline and Cecilia, as we welcome them to our stage. So if you would, at this time, please welcome a man who worked tirelessly to find Coach Silverfield, find the next leader of our Razorback football program. If you would, please welcome to the stage our Vice Chancellor, our Director of Athletics, Mr. Hunter Yurachek.
Thank you, Chuck, and as I always start my speeches, is it not another great day to be an Arkansas Razorback? And thank you all for joining us on this special day, and I look forward to introducing you to Coach Silverfield and his beautiful family in just a few minutes. But first, I wanted to take an opportunity to thank several people who have been involved in this process. And I would be remiss if I did not start by thanking Coach Petrino for the way he filled in as our interim head coach over the past 2 months. He took on a very tough challenge, and while the results on the field did not show it, he managed it very well, and I am sincerely appreciative of his efforts and the efforts of this entire staff during the past 2 months. Please join me in a round of applause. Over the past 60 days, as I've led this search for our next head coach, there were several people who provided incredible support along the way, and I'll go through this whole list and then we'll give them a round of applause at the very end. Beginning with our system president, Jay Silveria, our university chancellor, Charles Robinson, and their entire board of trustees, specifically Chair Kelly Eichler and athletic committee representative Ed Fryer. I want to thank the University Vice Chancellor Randy Massinelli and Razorback Foundation Chair and former quarterback Kevin Scanlon. I'd like to thank Daniel Parker and his team at the Parker Search Firm for their assistance during the process. I need to thank Department of Athletics Chief Legal Counsel Matt McCoy for his late night and weekend work during this search. And I want to acknowledge and thank Deputy AD Rick Thorpe as well as our entire external communications team for a job well done over the past several days as we rolled out our new football coach. And finally, I want to thank our entire athletic department staff and our head coaches, and I appreciate each of you continuing to do your jobs at the highest level and allowing your AD to focus on this search. So please join me in thanking those folks. And I didn't forget her, the most important person I need to thank, is my wife, Jennifer, because during the past 60 days, along with this search and being the chair of the CFP selection committee, I'm not sure how many nights I spent in our bed, and her and Hank might actually appreciate that. By the way, Hank's our dog, just for clarification. But you know, the coaching search really consumes you. We're in the middle of it, and she continues to be the rock and keeps our household moving forward. So join me in a round of applause for Jennifer. As I began this search and talked to several coaches around the nation about this opportunity, it reaffirmed what I believe about our program. We can build a championship football program at the University of Arkansas. And I know for many in the Razorback Nation, coaching searches can last what seems to be a lifetime, especially one that starts during the middle of the season. There's the passion of our fans, the speculation, the debate, the misinformation, and the lack of credible information from a tight search can make 60 days seem like an eternity. But for me, this was not a race, but it was important that I took the time to find a great coach and to identify a coach who truly wanted to be here, a coach who clearly understands his state and the importance of this football program to people across the state, and a coach who shares my expectations and the expectations we all share for the Razorback football program to compete for and win championships. Ryan Silverfield was the first coach I spoke to back in October, and he was the last coach I spoke to at the end of November. And from our first conversation to the last, he made it clear to me he wanted to be a part of the Arkansas Razorback football program and the winning tradition and legacy of that program. He has a lifelong passion for football and for coaching. He began his coaching career at the age of 18 as a student assistant coach at Hampton-Sydney College. And over the course of the next 25 years, he worked his way from those D3 roots to be a high school head coach, a college assistant coach, an NFL assistant coach, a college offensive coordinator, a head coach at the University of Memphis, and now the head coach of our Arkansas Razorbacks. And as I spoke to people in coaching circles around the country, never could I get anyone to say a negative word about Ryan. Everyone raved about the type of person he was, his character, his work ethic, the culture he builds, the love he has for his players, and the fact that he was a great football coach. He was 29-9 over the past 3 years at Memphis, including a 4-1 record versus Power 4 teams. His 50 wins over the last 6 seasons are among the top 10 in the nation for a head coach at the same school during that period. And he never had a losing season while the head coach at the University of Memphis. As you get to know Ryan, you will see the traits that I had a chance to see in him during the search process. He is a great and genuine person. He has an incredible work ethic. He is a builder of relationships, and he quickly demonstrated that during the recruiting period of the last 72 hours. He can build a winning football culture, and he has a plan for the University of Arkansas and how we will become a championship football program. I know he and his family are excited to join the Razorback family, and they are indeed all in as Arkansas Razorbacks. I draw your attention now to the video board.
Arkansas has Ryan Silverfield, Razorback Nation. This is your new head football coach, Ryan Silverfield.
And when we hit was Memphis, there were blue lights and orange.
Can't wait to get the fan film get started. We will be providing different structure that's unique to the way we do things here at Arkansas. Then we're going to have high standards in every single thing we do. But if you want to be a part of winning, to compete for championships, to do it at a high level, and we're going to have fun doing it, the time is now. It's showtime. We're going to take this place and do right.
Razorback fans, are you ready for a new head coach? Let's officially welcome to the Hill, joined by his wife, Katie, the head coach of your Arkansas Razorbacks, Ryan Silverfield.
thing off. Razorback Nation, how we doing? Thank you guys for being here tonight. Obviously, it's a special, special privilege, and it's an absolute honor to be your head football coach. So thank you guys for joining us. First off, I want to thank my lovely wife, Katie, for all her support over the years and all the long nights and all the things she's done. A coach's wife is a special one, and she's been absolutely amazing. You guys got to meet my two beautiful daughters, Cecilia and Adeline. All right, they'll be calling the Hogs before too long. They're diehard. They look really good in red, so thrilled with them. I want to thank them. I want to thank Chancellor Robinson, okay, the Board of Trustees, Hunter Yerichek, the search committee, and all those that believed in me to bring me here tonight to be your head football coach. I want to thank our current players. I appreciate having the opportunity to get to meet with so many of you guys. I can look forward to continuing relationships, to working hard together, like I told you guys, to bring you the wins you guys so deserve. So thank you guys. I can't wait to get to work with you guys, each and every one of you. We've had some great news, as you've heard. Some of our players, Quincy and KJ, already said that they're coming back and that they're truly all in, and that's some good news for me. As the meetings continue, I know a lot of our players are going to have an announce and tell you guys that they're going to be back and they want to be a part of something special. And that's what I love. These guys are high-character young men. They're going to work their tails off to make you guys proud. As Hunter mentioned, the last 72 hours have been a whirlwind, but they've been absolutely phenomenal. I think you guys got to see, and I mentioned the press conference, really what we can do in 24 hours of recruiting. Give us 24 days, give us 240 days, give us 24 years of recruiting here, and we're going to make you all so proud. As we continue to move forward, we're building the best staff in the country, one that will make you proud. Okay, for the rest of the state of Arkansas, we're going to get out to East Arkansas, we're going to get out to Southeast Arkansas, Central Arkansas, Southwest Arkansas. We're going to be all over the state, and my plan is to shake every single one of your hands and let you know that we're here to work for you and we're going to make you proud. Guys, I cannot wait to get started. I cannot wait to continue to get to work for you, to give you the wins you so deserve, pour my heart and soul into this program. I'm truly all in, and so is everybody that's going to be involved in this program. Go Hogs!
One more time for Coach Ryan Silverfield. Coach, I want to start with coaching since 18 years old. What's a coach's life been like for you?
Yeah, it's been a heck of a journey. I've been so fortunate. You know, started when I was 18 years old and been doing it ever since, as Hunter mentioned, it really at every level. You know, when I was 20 years old, I was a defensive line coach at a small college in Virginia, a young head high school coach in Georgia, and kind of just earned my way up and grinded my way up. And that's kind of that's going to resonate with our fans, the work ethic, the grind, and it's going to match what our players are all about. And was very fortunate to coach in the NFL for 7 years, bounce around, and then ultimately, you know, had a great career at Memphis, and truly so excited to be a Fayetteville and call home.
The things you've learned from each stop, how has all that collectively prepared you for now?
Well, I've been so fortunate. I always say this. I learned so much from the players, right? Whether I was coaching at 18 years old at a high school or coaching in the NFL, working with Adrian Peterson and Brett Favre, you learn from every stop. So many mentors, so many great coaches along the way, so many lessons. As the game continues to change, it's still all about the people, the relationships you build, and making a difference in young men's lives. And I still believe this day, as far as things continue to change in college football, it's still about trying to impact young men. And I firmly believe that will never, ever change.
10 years at Memphis. Had to have been hard to leave, I'm sure, with the relationships. Tell us about that experience and how that's prepared you.
Yeah, Memphis is a wonderful community. My wife is from there. It was just a great place to us, and you know, so many fond memories. And the staff, everybody that was involved there for those 10 years, the previous coaches, the staff that was along, the players, they are a credit, and they should get the credit for why I'm sitting here today. But those relationships, you know, I will have lifelong friends, lifelong memories. Those players, I told them I will do anything I can for the rest of my life to help them. And it was a special, special place. And I think, you know, you have to, the options, and like Hunter mentioned, this is the job I wanted. There are schools that came and knocking and calling over the last few years and throughout my time at Memphis, but this is the place I wanted to be. And so it was very hard to say goodbye to them, but they understood and they wished me well, and we're here to start something special.
As you put together your staff, what are the qualities that you look for?
First and foremost, it's about people that are going to pour into those guys. I want guys that are going to be high character coaches, high character staff members, people that are going to love and pour into these guys. Ultimately, when I told these guys, I met with them on Sunday, I said my number one job is to serve them. And I'm going to serve them, and they're no different than all of our staff, anybody that's involved with them. I don't care if it's a grad assistant, the head coach, right? The linebacker coach, whoever it may be, the number one job of our entire staff is to serve our student athletes. All right, we're going to do that by providing structure, by providing standards of excellence in everything we do, and lastly, accountability. And accountability is sometimes just, hey, I'm going to help you achieve what you want to achieve. We're going to love you, we're going to coach you hard, we're going to help you achieve the goals that you ultimately want. So when I'm looking at staff, we're going to find those type of people that are willing to serve our guys, and then ultimately fantastic coaches, leaders of men that ultimately will equate to a lot of wins.
A lot of people in this room, a lot of people watching you right now, what do you want them to know about Ryan Silverfield?
I'm going to pour my heart and soul into this, okay? There won't be a day that will go by that I'm not going to give every single ounce of myself to this program. And we're going to be relentless. The players are going to be relentless. They're going to play for the name on the front of their jersey as much as they're on the name on the back. The name on the back is going to mean a lot to them. That's their why. The same reason that you guys got to see my family, that's my why. But the name on the front, we're going to play for Arkansas, and that's what we're going to be about. And we're going to give every single thing we have. We're going to be passionate. I think a lot of fans have already seen we're pretty darn passionate. You guys were in the attendance of the basketball game. Any of those students were saw that? I think I've still left some bruises on some chests of some young men out there. But that's the nature of it. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to work our tails off, and we're going to have a lot of success.
Coach, we're glad you're here. Welcome.
Couldn't be more happy.
Ryan Silverfield, everybody. That's going to conclude our ceremony, but we can only wrap it up one way, and that's by calling the Hogs. So if you would, join us as we call the Hogs and welcome Coach Silverfield to Arkansas.